If we talk about school education or college education all over the world, the problem is same, that the education is not up to the mark. The college and schools are not providing the right education to the students. Now, if you look at the system, that the system is working on the pattern that they have some specific subject or specific syllabus, and in that syllabus there are some prescribed books and content which the people and the students they have to learn and cram. And then in the examination there are some questions which are being asked, and then the students have to answer those questions. Now that's how the whole thing is happening, because the syllabus is huge and the teachers are also taking it like that they have to complete their work, and the school management is also putting a lot of pressure on their teachers. And that's the reason that nobody is interested in providing the real learning, the real education to the students. And that's the reason we find a lot of people hating education. You must have seen a lot of people hating mathematics, hating physics or civics or history, because these are the people who do not understand these subjects, and it is just like a burden on them, and they have to cram those subjects and they have to write that in the examination. It's all fear. They are not enjoying it. Now, if these students are taken for a picnic, they are going to really enjoy it. If they fly a kite, they are going to enjoy it. And when these students are playing a game, they are enjoying it. So that means that in these activities, these students are having fun. But in education, these students are not having fun. And that's the main reason that they are not enjoying it. They are not actually feeling that subject. But in sports or in games or in having fun, these students are having fun. So we have to make education fun. As simple as that. How can we make it? And what are the reasons that we should be making it? Because our mind is the most powerful, I will say, the organ, or the most powerful, I will say, the differentiating factor what we have in comparison to other animals. And that's a reason also that the different people are at a different level in their life, in society. Some people are doing very well and other people are struggling to make their ends meet. And that is only because of their mind, the knowledge or the education what they have got from other people. So if we can find a way in which all the people are having fun in having education, then we can take all the economies or the status of the people, all the people, much higher than what we generally expect or what we are seeing around us. And how can we do it? If we can make the education more interesting by utilizing the technique of discovery. Now, we must have seen a lot of games then where the people or these students are trying to find something, they are trying to discover something. And if we can make the education or our teaching in such a way that these students discover that knowledge or that specific topic. I will give you an example. Let's take the case of calculus in mathematics. Now, we must have seen or we must have read somewhere that around 500 years back, a lot of scientists were having a lot of problem in calculations or in improving some theories or in testing some of their formulas to find a solution for these theorems. These scientists discovered calculus, and it was a very powerful tool which we are still using today. Now, if we can show the same problem or the same complexities which those scientists were facing at that point of time, then we can give them the tools or we can support these students to discover that calculus. They should invent calculus. Then it is going to be really fun because they have created the building blocks of that mathematics, and that confidence that they can create something, they can find a new way of solving problems. It is going to give a lot of confidence to the students, and they are going to have a lot of fun in this. Now, why only calculus? Why can't we do the same thing in civics or in social studies? Now, for example, if we can give them a country which have nothing, and they will have to design a constitution for it. A constitution, from where the constitution is coming? It is coming from the studies of different countries, that how they are running well, and also from the moral principles what are being followed in this country. And based upon it, we have created a structure or a constitution on which this country is going to run. And based upon this constitution, we have created laws, because these laws are going to define how we are going to live, and it's going to create a powerful and a sustainable society. And based upon it, if these students are discovering those constitution principles and the laws, that how the whole thing is going to work well, and then they can find the faults and the loopholes in it, and they will try to patch it up or create something new out of it. And then we can show them the real thing, that how the whole country is being run. Maybe they are going to find something new or something better. And that is how we are going to create leaders. That's how we are going to create responsible citizens who have a lot of mind of their own, and they do not hate studies. They love studies, and because they have discovered it themselves. So for the students also, do not take the knowledge as it is. Discover it. Find it yourself. And whenever something is coming to you, ask some questions about it. And why this is like this, why it cannot be like this. And while doing that question answers session, you're going to discover a new knowledge or new lessons or new topics in it. And that's really going to be fun. Trust me on this. Now, there has to be one note for the teachers and the masters who are going to teach students. I have talked about the light in mind, that you have a lot of doors in your mind, and you have to open that specific door where you will get a lot of light and freshness. And that door can be of a specific area or a domain or a topic. For example, if you can open the door of physics, then that means that you know a lot about physics, and you have learned and you have understood that physics by discovering it. Now, if you have not opened the door in your mind, you cannot open the door of other people. So if you have not opened the door, and if you are still a teacher, that means that you have to really work hard and create those conditions that how you can discover this subject yourself. And once you are able to open the door in your mind, then it is really a very easy task to open the doors of other people. And that is going to make you really happy. That I'm very sure about it, that utilizing the concept of discovering knowledge, discovering learning, you're really going to make your mind very powerful, full of knowledge, and you're going to sharpen your wisdom and your intelligence a lot. So try to discover knowledge. Just don't take knowledge just the way it is being given to you. Ask a lot of questions, and based upon it, discover it yourself and see the fun in it.